Hi, and welcome back to our second workshop here at Woodworth-Monroe Academy. This one is going to be all about technology that we use at our school. Hopefully you guys were able to join us yesterday on the 16th, and today is the 17th, and we have one more on schedule, which will be tomorrow on the 18th. So let's get right into it. The technology that we use at our school. Once again, my name is Brian Trung, and I'm one of the School2Home parent trainers. My goal is to help you know all about the technology we're using at our school. In addition, I am also the computer tech for this here academy. Technology is constantly changing, and we are excited to tell you more about the technology we're using at our school to help your children not only gain the basic knowledge they need in math, science, English, but also acquire skills that they need to succeed in our digital world. We also want to help you learn more about why we use this technology, and we hope to help you learn how to use some of these tools as well. Today, we're going to talk about the school digital device that was assigned to your child. They would have either received an iPad or a Chromebook. We're also going to talk about some essential apps, such as the cloud, and digital skills to work in this environment. Some important internet sites that we are going to visit and that you guys should know is the Woodworth-Monroe website. Okay, so let me just pull this up right now. Oh, so we got a couple of Super Bowl commercial competition winners. Okay, so we'll read that later. So here's the website, in case you didn't know, some important information here. COVID student testing information, employee testing information, anything you want to know about the Academy can be found right here. Plenty of resources, our bell schedule. If you want to see your students, teachers, you just go to the staff directory. And once again, our upcoming events, as well as our address, can be found right here. Okay. Now let's check out the Inglewood website. Okay, so here, same thing, except it has every school in the Inglewood Unified School District. So once again, lots and lots of resources here. Parent and community resources, parent learning resources, childcare, very important, state spring assessment info, our extracurricular activity. I'm going to go ahead and click on ClassLink. This should look very familiar if you guys are working with your students or your kids. ClassLink is where they're going to be doing the majority of their work. Okay, so we'll revisit this later. School device. So this is a Chromebook, and typically at this school, the students who receive Chromebooks are going to be a little older. I believe it's going to be third grade and above. And as you can see, it's like a regular computer or a laptop, and this should really help prepare them for all their technological needs. Okay, so what does a Chromebook mean? Chromebook means it runs on a Google Chrome browser, kind of like the browser that I'm using right now. And we'll discuss this more in a minute. Our school selected this device because it has many advantages, which are very easy to use. Everybody knows how to use a Google account. It's very safe and easy to take care of. Also, they are meant to be shared, so you can use the device as well because each user has their own account. So let's say you forgot your device as a parent and you just need to check your email or you need to do something for work. Well, you can also use your student's Chromebook just like any other web browser. All right, so let's take a look at what a Chromebook typically looks like. So we're going to see our school Inglewood USD's logo. In the back, we're going to have an asset tag, which is assigned to every student. Typically, it's a barcode with 6 numbers. If I were to open this up, the power button on this one would be on the top right. Okay. So as soon as you power on the device, it's going to ask you for your login. So I have my login right there as an Apple Tech. I'm going to put in my password, and that should be it. So once I put in my password, it's going to let me into the device. And I would use it as any other device. You see our ClassLink. All right, so that is the Chromebook. And if you take a look on the side, you will see You can connect your mouse or USB. This one has an HDMI cable, an SD card, a headphone jack. And on the other side, you should be able to see more USB ports, but more importantly, the connection for when you charge it. Now, if I were to plug it in, you should see an LED light right there. That's how you know the device is charging. Okay, so if I take this out, no more light. And if I were to plug this back in, that's what you want to look for, the LED light. Okay, so that was the Chromebook. Your kindergartners to second graders will be receiving an Apple iPad. Once again, we're going to have the barcode as well as the asset tag. So if I open this up, it should look like a normal iPad. Your settings, your applications. Okay. Now, for your students, they're mainly going to be looking at this thing called Class Link right there. Okay, so if I click on Class Link, it's going to bring up all their applications. We're going to see a very familiar Google Classroom, very familiar iReady, as well as other applications that are uploaded into their name. Chromebook is different from a lot of computers because it operates on Google's Chrome browser. So let's take a look at what that means.
Here are 6 things parents should know about Google Classroom. Number 1, the basics. It's a free online resource that allows students to see what's due, complete assignments, and post messages in virtual classes set up by their teachers. Number 2, it can be used at home or anywhere else. Once they download the app, kids can access Google Classroom with any internet-connected device, including their phone. Number 3, parents should know that the platform isn't without risks, which include data tracking, potential contact with strangers, and even cyberbullying. Number 4, while Google has stricter privacy practices for its educational apps, it can collect student data from some of the classroom tools, like YouTube, if they're enabled. Number 5, there's not a lot to prevent kids from opening other tabs that might invite cheating or chatting. That said, if they're taking a quiz in Google Forms, teachers can disable access to other resources. And number 6, there are settings to make things safer. If your kid uses a personal Gmail account for Classroom, you can adjust their privacy settings on their Google account page. For more advice to fit your family, become a member at commonsensemedia.org.
Chrome is also a suite of applications or apps that you can use without buying. That means you don't have to worry about a computer crashing and losing files. So there's no excuses for any lost homework. If your child is saying his computer crashed, these applications have an autosave feature. They save about once every 2 to 5 minutes. So you don't have to worry about starting all over if for whatever reason your device goes down, your internet goes down, everything is saved onto the cloud. Your school has purchased G Suite for Education, which provides the application and tools your child will use for assignments. These applications are ad-free and very reliable. And we have made these applications very safe and very secure. And as we saw earlier onto the class link, all you have to do is log in once and get all the basic tools. So here is what your child should see, or what you guys will see on any basic browser. So Google is my homepage, so I have Google here. We're going to go ahead and sign in. Your child should have their school account already saved, just as I have my work account already saved here. So we're going to go ahead and sign in. We are going to put in our password. Okay, and as you will see here, if I had a profile picture, it would update here. Okay, so let's see what applications we have available to us. We have a Google Drive, which is basically a storage. Think of Google Drive as a hard drive or a flash drive, but it is in the cloud. So what that means is you don't have to worry about losing or damaging something physically. Wherever you are, whatever device you use will be saved. So If we click here, you will see all my projects, all your students' projects, whatever they have saved, will be in the drive. Okay, we have our Gmail, which is just our email. You guys should familiarize yourself with Google Classroom. This is where all your stuff will be. We're just going to go ahead and click into a random classroom here. Okay. And if you guys have Facebook, this should look very familiar. If I want to announce something to the class or post something to Facebook, it'll be the same thing. So kind of like, hello, world, please remember to do the assignment Friday, something of that nature. And I can go ahead and post. As soon as I hit post, everybody in the classroom, as well as the teacher, will be able to see this. Your classwork is going to be on here. So stream is kind of like your front page of Facebook. Whatever you guys need will be here. If we have a class code, this is very nice. If you guys have virtual classrooms, this is where the link will be posted. Your classwork is where the teacher is going to assign homework. So lesson 5-5 essential questions, second semester. So this is where all the teachers' classwork will be posted, okay? You can also see your grades as well as other people inside the classroom, okay? That is your Google Classroom. Okay. Docs is kind of like Microsoft Word. Sheets is like Microsoft Excel. Slide is like Microsoft PowerPoint. Your calendar is very important. I'll just click this and show you guys a brief overview. Whatever dates you guys need, just fill up your calendar. That way you will never forget anything, okay? Google Meets is right here. If you guys have a virtual meeting, if you guys want to host a virtual meeting, if you guys want to do anything, you would just go to Google Meets, hit new meeting, and just follow the steps. We also have YouTube, Google Maps in case you guys need directions from somewhere. Now this is my favorite, Translate. You can pick from all these languages, and we'll just try English to Spanish. So doing, and not only will it translate for you, you guys can also copy and paste somewhere. You guys can share this translation. Most important,
Buenos días, ¿cómo estás hoy?
it'll also speak for you. Now, if we wanted to change language, and I'm not too sure why not, let's just go to Irish. It'll do the same thing. Okay. And let's just pick one more. Let's try German.
Guten Morgen, wie geht es dir heute?
So Google Translate, very, very useful. Okay, you guys can also listen to podcasts, photos. So this is what we call a suite. Basically, a suite is a bunch of applications that are available to you guys. And feel free to play around with it, get familiar with this. If you guys have any other questions, please let us know. I'd be more than happy to go into one in depth. Just to reiterate some important internet sites, we've gone over our school website, our district website, our school dashboard, or more commonly known as ClassLink. And we also have Common Sense Media here. So a lot of good stuff for you guys. Now let's take a look at some practical tips for teaching long distance.
Hello and welcome to Internet Safety 101. My name is Jose, coming to you from School2Home, and today we'll be discussing 4 easy-to-do tips for Internet safety. Internet safety and awareness begins and ends with you. Now, first off, well, what is the Internet? The internet is all of the information that you can access from your computer that is stored in other systems or other computers, such as websites. That's why it's important for us to be safe and know who's on it, and not just who's on the internet, but who's on your laptop or your computer. It's always a wise idea not to share your passwords. If your computer thinks it's you, it will give out information thinking it's you. Tip number 1, the internet is forever. So it's always good to remember anything you put on the internet will be there for a long, long time. So think twice about the post or picture. Try to Google yourself to see what is out there about you. And it's always a good idea to use the strictest privacy settings when using social media. Tip number 2, don't put any of your personal information online. Personal information such as phone numbers, addresses, or emails, as this could leave you open to attacks from cyberbullies or scammers. If you have a trusted friend, ask them to see if they see any of your private information from their side. Tip number 3, remember phone safety. In an era of smartphones, cyber safety should extend to your phone too, especially when it comes to tech safety. Remember that saying, don't talk to strangers? Well, that way of thinking should apply to your phone safety as well. Don't answer texts or phone calls or emails from people you don't know. Number 4, handling hacking intelligently. As we all know, being a part of this and a member of the World Wide Web is being aware that no matter how careful you are, your account can still and most likely will get hacked. Getting hacked sucks, but it's not the end of the world. There are a few things, important things, that you can do when you get hacked to ensure your safety. Number 1, change your password. Make the new password a secure one. Make it unpredictable. A study was done in 2012, and the number 1 password was the actual word password. Guess what number 2 was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do better, people. That's why when setting up passwords now, we ask for 8 or more different characters, such as uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, or punctuations. If you really want an all-out cybersecurity, check to see if your email server has a 2-step verification. It's not impossible, but it does make it harder for hackers. 2, check your email box and notify your contacts that you were hacked or spammed, especially if your account sent out scamming links. They deserve to know. 3, do a scan with your computer's antivirus software. Odds are you might have a virus lurking in your computer. Number 4, back up your files. If there is a virus on your computer and it doesn't catch it, you do not want to lose everything. A good idea is to invest in a flash card or memory card to back up your files. Now remember, the 4 tips. The internet is forever, so don't put anything on there that you will regret. Number 2, don't put out any personal information online. It opens you up to getting hacked. Remember phone safety. Stranger danger, you don't know it, don't reply. And number 4, we are going to get hacked eventually, so it's always a good idea to handle it intelligently. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can find me at joseg@lapromisefund.org. And here are some helpful resources that can help you through some hard times. Thanks again.
And that takes us to the end of this parent workshop. I hope you guys had a lot of good information, and please join us for the next one.